Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on this channel. For once it's not Beast Quest related. This one is actually Pokemon related and this is my top 10 favourite Pokemon from Generation 7 or Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. These are only including Pokemon introduced in that region. So yep, and it's the top 10, so will obviously be very opinionated. This will be my own personal opinion, so your opinion may and most likely will be different to mine. And as always, feel free to leave your top 10, top 5, even top 3 down in the comments below. I will read them and give my opinion on them, which will most likely be positive because I don't want people to hate me. I always have 3 honourable mentions though, in no particular order. And with that being said, let's get into it. See, that's how an intro should be. Unlike the last video, which was 8 minutes long, that intro was. Okay, so the honourable mentions, in no particular order, are Zeraora, Lunala, and Incineroar. Zeraora and Lunala are there for the simple reason I actually don't use them very much, and their designs are actually pretty good, but because I don't use them very much, and it's the reason why I don't really have them any higher, because I don't really use them very much and I only use them a couple of times and that's it. Incineroar is there because its design is great, but I'm still growing to like it because I originally hated it, but I'm growing to like it now, so it might get higher, but I doubt it. Moving on to the proper list now. In 10th place is Mimikyu. Now, Mimikyu is here for the simple reason it's an adorable Pikachu clone, and even though it's not the official Pikachu clone, it's adorable and it wants to be Pikachu and it wants to kill proper Pikachus, as we learnt in the anime. And the totem battle against the Mimikyu is actually really annoying, especially when you do a mono ghost type team, a mono dragon type team, a mono dark type team. It's really hard. When you have a mono normal type team, it's fine, no. So yeah. 9th place is Ribombee. Now, Ribombee was originally here for its quite high speed, and in double battles, if you use Pollen Puff, it can heal your teammate. So it's not really a battle capable Pokemon, it's more like how useful it can be in double battles. But since I rarely do double battles, I never really have the chance to use it, preventing it from getting any higher in the list. Really, I should have moved it down a bit, like, to the honourable mentions and swap it with one of the others. 8th place is Naganadel. Like Zeraora and Lunala, I don't use it very often, but the thing that boosts it up even better is it's the best designed legendary in Sun and Moon. And I have used it a couple of times, and I did use Naganadel in the league in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and it was pretty fun to use it. But that's pretty much it with it. Now moving on to 7th place, we have Kamaw. Yeah, Kamaw. I don't know. It's the pseudo legendary of Alola. Some people hate its design for some reason, but I actually like it. I like the fact that I like the scales it has hanging off it, and then the fact it's kind of related to music with its Z move, which I like, and it's probably one of the most broken Z moves in the game, as it raises your combo's stats all by 1 after it's used, and it gets really hard to beat after that. Have that along with 5 other great team members, and you got a really strong team there. I have beaten Kamaw with plus stats with each move with each stat, but not without losing a good chunk of my team first. 6th place is Wishy Washy, and the reason why Wishy Washy is here, for the simple reason, I used it through one of my playthroughs of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and it was pretty fun to use it, because I wanted to use a team of Pokemon I haven't either used at all or haven't used for a while. And Wishy Washy is one of them I haven't used for a while. I was wondering what the big whoop was about it, and I found out it's pretty strong. The only thing drawing it back is its ability when it gets under a quarter health. But stay away from that and you'll be fine. You got a really powerful Pokemon. Moving on, 5th place we have Decidueye. Now this one's here simply because of its Z move is probably one of my favourite Z moves. Its design is great. I like that it is actually a grass ghost type and it is the best grass ghost type out of all of them. And the thing that boosts it up even higher is that it's an archer and I like archers. Like, if I got to choose a weapon to have in medieval times, I'll pick a bow and arrow. So, yeah, good link there. So design's great. I had a great experience with it, and its Z move is amazing. 4th place is Primarina. Z move also amazing, and its design is also just as good. It's based off a Siren, which is a mythological demon or gorgon, which is said to be the cause of so many ships crashing in folklore, I think it is, or legends about pirates and all that jazz, which is great. And because not many people actually sail the seas like pirates do anymore, we have no proof if these things aren't still around. So for all we know, out of all the mythological beasts, Siren is most likely is, and having a Pokemon based off it and having such a great job done to it, it's great. And not to mention, it's a starter. And it's, as you can probably tell, because where it is and where the others are, this is my favourite starter of the region. And anything else to say about it? Its moveset is incredibly diverse, and I have so many great experiences with it. 3rd place is Lycanroc. Which form, you ask? All of them. Okay, I use each Lycanroc form for a different thing. The midday one for Stealth Rock and the priority move Accelerock to deal with foes that can't take me down in one hit. The Midnight form to use Stealth Rock and give a good hit back. Unfortunately, it's not priority, so I'm there. And the Dusk form, which is probably my favourite out of them, for not Stealth Rock this time, but for the Z move with Lycanium Z, which is Splintered Storm Shards. I use this one for the Z move over the others because I think it looks best with it, and I like the change in eye colour. And that is actually the only one I've used that Z move for, because I give the others Rock Slide or Accelerock. So yeah. 2nd place we have Toucannon. From all of these lists, you can tell I like my regional birds. Toucannon is no exception. The only difference about it is that Toucannon is kind of like the grandpa, I guess, the angry grandpa of the series, of the whole regional bird thing, because it's in the anime it's just shown to just sit there in its nest whilst its family does everything. But use I have with it, its abilities can be amazing. Keen Eye, preventing low of accuracy, and Skill Link. Let's say if you use Bullet Seed, which you can learn, it will always hit 5 times, which is very useful when you go against a water type with an ice type move. But apart from that, Toucannon is just there, and it was actually the first shiny I got in the Alola region, which I'm really proud about. I named mine Pompeii because it's like a volcano erupting with its rage it has built up in it. Number 1 is Salazzle. Now, Salazzle was here for the simple reason it's the only other good Pokemon left from Alola, in my opinion. And I had such a hard time trying to spell it. I think the totem battle against Salazzle was a key part about me thinking, actually, I want one for my team. This was my first playthrough of Sun and Moon. I did, and I didn't regret it. It was a great team member, doing so much damage, and with the combination of Toxic and Venoshock, it's gives every opponent a run for its money, even Pokemon that are immune to poison, like steel types and other poison types. Unfortunately, it has grown to be a bit weaker now that it's in some of my own teams that I have in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon to battle other trainers with, because people normally have a counter to poison, or they are just simply faster. But it doesn't change the fact that all the time I've used Salazzle in my playthrough, it's been a great experience with it, and it boosted it to be my favourite Pokemon of the Alola region. Looking at this list though, it may change, especially Rabombi swapping one of the honourable mentions. Salazzle, I think, may be swapped at some point, but at the moment it's where it is. And with that being said, that is all for this time. If you liked what you saw or heard, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press that little notification bell down the corner below, and I'll see you next time.